Wars usually began with ambition.
With greed.
But sometimes, wars begin with something far more fragile. A message misunderstood. A decision made too quickly.
A moment where no one stopped to ask, did we understand this correctly?
Today's story is about a war that did not begin with hatred, or conquest, or even intention.
It began with a misunderstanding.
And once it started, no one could stop it.
In the mid-19th century, Europe was a tense place. Empires were expanding. National pride was rising. Diplomacy was fragile. At the center of today's story were two major powers. France, ruled by Emperor Napoleon III. And Prussia, led by the mastermind Otto von Bismarck.
Prussia was growing stronger.
It was unifying German states under one banner. France saw this as a threat.
But despite rising tension, neither country actually wanted a full-scale war. At least, not yet.
The chain of events began somewhere unexpected. Spain. Spain's throne had become vacant.
The Spanish government was frantically searching for a new king.
They offered the crown to Prince Leopold of Hohenzollern. A relative of the Prussian king.
To France, this looked dangerous.
If a Prussian-connected king ruled Spain. France would be completely surrounded by Prussian influence. So France demanded a guarantee.
Prussia must promise that no Hohenzollern will ever take the Spanish throne.
The Prussian king, Wilhelm I, was at a spa town called Ems. He refused to give such a permanent promise. But he did something important. He politely declined.
No insults. No threats.
The situation should have ended there.
But it didn't.
King Wilhelm sent a telegram describing the meeting. This message was known as the Ems Dispatch.
It was calm, neutral, diplomatic.
But then it wreathed Otto von Bismarck.
Bismarck saw an opportunity.
He edited the message.
Not by adding lies, but by removing polite language. The edited version sounded completely different.
It sounded like France had been humiliated. When published, the message felt like a slap in the face. And the French public read the edited dispatch. They didn't know it had been shortened.
They didn't know the tone had changed.
What they saw was this: Prussia has insulted France.
Newspapers exploded with rage.
Crowds demanded action in the streets.
Napoleon III now faced a terrible choice. Ignore the outrage? Or declare war to save national pride?
The political pressure was unbearable.
The misunderstanding had reached a dangerous point of no return.
France declared war on Prussia in July 1870.
Not because they strategically wanted war.
What followed shocked everyone. France expected a quick, easy victory.
They thought they would march straight to Berlin.
Instead, reality was very different. Prussia mobilized much faster. Their use of railroads gave them a massive speed advantage.
And importantly, the other German states united behind Prussia. France wasn't fighting just Prussia, they were fighting Germany.
French armies were poorly organized and outmatched. Within months, French forces began to collapse. The decisive moment came at the Battle of Sedan. It was a disaster. Napoleon III was personally captured. Emperor of France, a prisoner of war.
Paris was soon surrounded. The siege of Paris was brutal.
The war ended almost as quickly as it had begun.
France was defeated.
The consequences of this misunderstanding were enormous.
In the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles, the German Empire was officially declared.
The ultimate humiliation for France.
France lost the territories of Alsace and Lorraine.
This created a deep desire for revenge.
The European power balance shifted overnight. Perhaps most importantly, this war planted the seeds. Point for future conflicts.
Including the tensions that would explode into World War I. All of it because of a message that felt insulting.
But never truly was.
This story teaches us something uncomfortable.
Wars are not always caused by evil plans. Sometimes they begin with poor communication. Political pressure. One edited message. One misunderstood tone. And history was changed forever.
If you think wars only begin with weapons, remember this story.
Sometimes wars begin with words.